All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pteranodon Show and Tell. And today we have Soundwave and Boom. No, wait, actually, it's Doombox. Oh, Doombox. And this is actually a repaint from the Titans Return Soundwave. This is a Target exclusive. I picked this up for roughly about $50, and you get this nice. I mean, look at this case here. This very retro-oriented style here. And look, this is what's actually pretty cool about this. You get this little handle up here. I like this in the case. This actually looks, it has like, like a boombox feel. This has a little Bumblebee greatest hits tape. We love cassettes tapes these days. Now here's a little side panel view of Bumblebee jamming out on his weird-looking stop sign guitar that probably doesn't work. And here we go. We get some pictures in the back as to what the figure does, what it looks like. And this is actually not just only a minor repaint to make it look like the original Soundwave, but also a little bit of a... sorry, I'm trying to see if I actually have a Soundwave around here to compare it with. But this is a... gives it some panels here that make it look like the original G1 action figure. But if you're ready to check this out, let's go ahead and crack this sucker open, and we're going to give you a quick look at what it looks like and what it comes with. And here is our buddy Soundwave, all boomboxed out. And I'm going to show you some of the accessories he comes with, and we're going to show a little bit more. He's got his gun, he's got his little cannon launcher here, or whatever, missile launcher thing, shoulder thing. I use things to describe things. And here is a little, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but this little fella here, mini Soundwave. Check it out, little mini Soundwave. You're going to see what he does later, because he is what we used to call a headmaster. And he actually turns into Soundwave's head. And I guess this thing could be something for him to ride on, or to hang out in, or store away. So what you're supposed to do with this, I guess, I have to read the instructions. I hardly ever read the instructions and try to figure out what it is. It's fun for me to do it like that. It's always been my way. Now, if I get really stuck, like in a Zelda game, for instance, I will go ahead and actually review what the correct procedure is, because I don't want to break these things. But I guess 90% of the time, I am going to be trying to figure out the transformation on my own. And with that, I'm actually going to be looking at the instructions today, because there is a special mode here, like a base mode. And I've never been really good at base modes, because I can't really figure out how they're supposed to go or what they're supposed to look like, because they don't really have a particular foundation or something to reference. Now, if it's a plane, I know what a plane looks like, so I could make something look like a plane. That's part of the fun of transforming something to me, and that's how it's always been since back in the mid-'80s. And yes, I am a big kid. But let's go ahead and transform this guy. I'm going to put this on pause, and I'm going to show you what he looks like in base mode. Get ready for DJ Soundwave. Yeah, this looks like more like a little dance party when you put all the little robots in there. I've added these extra little Titan Master robots, but hey, this is pretty cool. This is his base mode. You know what? They weren't messing around. They, they didn't have to put these little cannons here, these little computer consoles, but that's pretty cool. I like it. I really dig it. There's that new Soundwave coming out for the Siege line, the Siege of Cybertron line, which also has a very G1 appeal. So, this looks cool. If you want, like, this will more than likely be, once I am, because I do have a Masterpiece Soundwave, and I said, well, get me something else that is Soundwave themed, and I think this does the trick if I really get bored of this. So yeah, this is pretty cool. The little base mode, put this little thing up here. These guys fall off. But this really adds for the play value too. This would be a great father-son little adventure thing, or two brothers, brother and cousin, or hey, if girls like to play with this stuff too nowadays, that's quite all right. You got these little ramps here for cars to go up. Oh yeah, it's just kind of like one of those reminds me of those Micro Machine play sets, a little fun. It's good to get the kids get their imaginations exercised once in a while, rather than having them play video games all day. You know, so yeah, pretty cool stuff here. I really like this base mode. Um, yeah, you know, not horrible. Reminds me of a Perceptor too. The way it's just, but yeah, it's pretty massive, pretty huge. Um, look at me play with my toys. Ain't I adorable? Anyway, we're gonna transform him one more time. Save the best for last, and get him back into bot mode. Back. He's gonna be into bot mode for the first time. And we are back here with Soundwave, and look how massive and beautiful. Oh, this figure is. Sorry. Yeah. He's got this real nice brick-like aesthetic that they started reintroducing again. So it feels like a G1 figure, but with better articulation. He's got like these. He can do these awesome poses. Now, what's wrong with this picture here? Do you see? He's missing his head right now. You remember the little guy that we had earlier? Here we go. And for all you Transformers experts, bear with us at home. Here. So, put his headmaster. Oh, I'm sorry, his Titan Master. I don't know what they refer to it now in the Bumblebee canon, but little head guy maybe. And you stick it right here. You stick it in. Oh, there you go. Then you put it right there. Look at that. All right, you got it right there, stuck in there. Then you get his little helmet thing there, and there you have it. You have a what looks to be a very G1 accurate, and by G1 toy accurate Soundwave. Look how great that is. Let's get him into some crazy poses, okay? Yeah, look at that. Yeah, shooting. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. I like this. You know, I like those dynamic. I like a toy that can give me dynamic poses. And look at the feet, too. The feet also give you a little bit like some rockers. This is a leader class figure. Runs about $50. You can find it exclusively at Target. And before we go, I'm just going to do a couple more comparisons here before we take off. All right, so here we got OG Dusty Soundwave. It's all dusty. And let me wipe that off here. And yeah, with his modern day counterpart from the Bumblebee movie line, available only at Target for roughly about $50. This is barely going to stand. It's hard to make this. I'm going to kind of lean him back. They kind of nailed it. Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of they got similar blues. They got they got some of the details in, and a lot of similar aesthetics. In regard to well, look at this. Look at the color here. This matches pretty well. So I'm very happy about this. Yeah, and that's it.